Good morning, my outstanding friends. This is going to be a trip.
Hey Rogey Baby, it's been a hot minute, and you know what, mate? I would be disappointed if it wasn't. I mean, you are the man who finds random things and says, hey, that looks like something stupid, therefore it must be that. And then a bunch of random morons come and tell me I'm stupid and wrong, and am an AI of all things, because I pointed that out, you know, that Roger has absolutely nothing. And don't kid yourself, people. He has no good reason to believe any of the shit he says, and neither do you if you buy it. So, what's not what you think it is today, Rog?
Into giant land.
Whee! And like I said, it's been a while, especially on the giant stuff. I mean, to make a point, Roger thinks that a statue of known origin, aka we know when it was made, and it was like 100 years ago, he thinks that it was a real true giant guy that was just fossilized or some shit. The man will literally believe anything as long as it's what he thinks it looks like. So his giants and real credentials are poor at best.
Now, today we're going to be doing footprints of the gods.
Oh my goodness, now wouldn't that be something? Footprints of a real god man, eh? Let's hope it's not just something vaguely human foot shaped that can easily be explained by, that's not a fucking footprint, Roger.
Now, that looks like a footprint to me. Now, some people will say, oh, they just put in little lakes and it's just nothing. Well, maybe.
No, Roger, definitely, because there is nothing that big that has a footprint the size of a lake. And even if there was one, isn't your giant race called the No-Toes because you found some foot-shaped rocks, but because they didn't have toe shapes on them, you decided it's because they had no toes, and not that you found a vaguely foot-shaped rock and got on with your life. But even so, why would a gigantic creature have the same shapes on its body as a human being? What possible purpose could that serve? Let alone the fact that something with a footprint that big in the shape of a person would likely be hundreds of meters tall. So tall that their sheer weight alone would make the whole body collapse. And then there's the winds up there, and that is just assuming that they are only a few hundred meters tall, because if that pond is bigger than it seems from the picture, they could be miles tall and reach into the upper atmosphere, and thus not be able to breathe. And considering human-shaped things seem to like that so much, I can only assume that would have been a bad thing. No wonder they're all dead.
But I look at the details, and we are going to look at the details in a moment.
The details? What, like actually going there and learning how it might have shaped like that? Or, you know, evidence that it's what you think it is? Or is the details, look at the toes that are definitely toes? They must be because biology or some shit. You know, the same bullshit you always do and say. I do wonder.
And then, of course, you have another big footprint like this over in Nigeria. It seems to be
a big crater, cool. And frankly, if it was anything, Roger, that is obviously a big bean. And I don't know about you, but a bean that size is evidence for one thing, and one thing only. An even bigger burrito. And frankly, I'm just mad that you people are hiding it from me. I'm fucking starving, mate.
pretty obvious to me. Now, I could be wrong.
Holy shit, Could is doing a lot of heavy lifting there, Roger. And you know what? I don't believe you. Not that I think you could be right, but that you think that you could actually be wrong. I think for you, that is a little get out of jail free card for believing and saying stupid shit. So you can go, but I said I could be wrong. Well, yeah, we could all be wrong. That doesn't mean that you get to be so wrong all the time without people taking the piss out of you for it.
So we'll look at it. We'll look, that's a town over here, and this is the footprint.
See, he doesn't think he's wrong. And you can't just say one thing that's probably right and then something completely wildly nonsensical to go with it. Also, you have to consider why there might be a big hole in the ground next to a town. Could it be that they, I don't know, were digging something out of the ground and thus it's a huge man-made hole? I mean, I don't know, but if I were a betting boy, I would definitely take that guess over giant fucking footprint.
These were exceptionally large creatures. Now,
Exceptionally large, eh? You know how human-sized footprints go into the ground? It tends to be when the surface is like soaking wet, so it's very soft. But I seriously doubt the ground could get so thoroughly sodden that the wetness would reach meters underground and allow for the gigantic foot to sink that far. So I can only assume that these footprints happen without that, purely on the weight alone, and yet we don't find these literally fucking everywhere, like long tracks of them that go for miles and miles and miles. Weird that, eh?
And that, of course, you make of that what you will. I have already made of it what I will.
Well, of course you have. You know, it's amazing to me that this guy has fans who take him seriously, when this is the kind of shit that he pulls all the time. Look at that. It's a thing. Ooh. Must mean that giants fucking existed. And not just giants, but ones that are skyscraper tall at least, and heavy enough to force their bare feet meters and meters, probably into solid stone. Also, that looks like a salt and or pepper grinder, which means it must have been that, which makes sense. They might have been giants, but they still have a right to a bit of seasoning on their giant dragon steaks. No, I'm not joking.
Now, I have a bunch of little details to go over, and I have some feet actually from different species. They're not the same as us.
Roger collects feet. That's maybe something you want to keep to yourself, mate. When I told my lawyer about my collection of hands, even though it was from a species that wasn't the same as mine, he quit on me and said I deserved everything I got coming to me. And he was right. I am so drunk right now.
I call them no-toes. And
that's as dumb as it sounds, and I told you, he genuinely believes that because he's found some foot-shaped rocks that don't seem to have toes. So he must have found a toeless species, and I just don't get any less baffled the more times I hear it. Also, what if you just found their shoes, Roger? Did you even think of that? What if they just died wearing some shoes, and then the shoe and the foot did a magical idiot fossilization for people who don't know what fossils are, aka mud fossils, and merged together? Because if you open up that shoe foot rock and find out, that'd be something. But then again, you might just find out that it's just a fucking rock and you can't have that. So best to not actually put in any real effort, eh?
They have toes, but they're built deep inside.
Wait. The no-toes have toes? Well, this is a fucking revelation. All these years I was thinking that the no-toes were just a bunch of bullshit, but it turned out it was a bunch of bullshit with cream on top. Damn, do I have egg on my helm or what? No, seriously, is there an egg on my helm? Because I have looked everywhere for it, and it's the one place that I can't actually see.
This has a road, and you can see, but these were all attached before. Just basically like this, I believe.
You may believe it, but that doesn't make it true. That is more than likely a foot-shaped rock. And someone went, you know what would be funny? Let's chisel some toes into this rock. And it was, you know, mid, considering the effort. Now, what would make it funny is if people faked a bunch of these mud fossils and sent them to Roger to get him to do his nonsensical made-up shit about them and then reveal how they were made, including the whole process on film. See what he would make of that. Although I'm pretty sure admitting that he's wrong and silly just isn't there. More likely, the video's fake, so I really wouldn't bother if I was any of you. Plus, you know, don't harass people with foot-shaped rocks.
All right, this is a no-toe, and the toes are just built right in. They're not. That's not a shoe.
I was kidding about the shoe thing. God damn it, Roger. And you're right. It's not a shoe. I'll let you know what it is. Yeah, you know, come here. Just a little bit closer so no one else can hear. That is a fucking rock, Roger, you delusional old fool.
Now, we're going to get into this. We have to get into it deep. We've got to really dig into this.
Like the people who made some of those holes, right? Also, what have the rocks that you can hold in your hand got to do with Giant Boy? Surely you should be able to find a rock that is the size of one of these holes and say, that is a foot. Or was that what that thing was supposed to be? Fuck knows with you and your vagueness.
Now, I don't know how long this particular episode is going to last. I don't have a whole lot of time. So,
for someone who doesn't have much time, you still ramble on incoherently for 50 fucking minutes. And seriously, it's 50 minutes of nothing that we won't bother touching all of. Just know that what you'll get in my video is more than enough Roger for most people's lifetimes.
I'm going to at least give you the highlights. And these people are sending me things from all over the world. As a matter of fact, I just got this morning.
These people, what, did someone have my idea of sending him joke evidence? Or worse, people find stupid rocks, think, duh, that's a mud fossil, and then send it to Roger with the earnest belief that it's not just a fucking rock. So there's not even a, haha, you fell for it to go with it. Damn it.
Where is it? This one here.
Very impressive. Like, seriously, Roger, you expect to be taken seriously. Well, you gotta cut shit like that out. And I'm not saying don't have a moment where you forget where the thing is. I don't care. Everybody does that. But please respect people's time. Because I know you think, but editing is work and difficult. Why me I'm got to do that? Well, because otherwise you are saying, hey, all this dead air and stammering and the like, yeah, I'm not gonna bother doing anything about that. You should just endure it. But no one who matters will, Roger. Just a bit of food for thought, eh?
And this is from Patricia Rosa down in Brazil. And she went searching because I was making all these claims, and people are doing the 15-minute challenge. You want to see something that'll blow your mind?
Okay, what the fuck is a 15-minute challenge when it's at home? Is it survive 15 minutes of Roger's quote-unquote science before, well, yeah, your head explodes? Because I'm pretty sure that no one has managed that, not even Roger. And that does explain why he never learned to edit. I bet even he can't watch his fucking videos.
This is just out. This blew my mind, I can tell you that.
Told ya.
This was Tish Egerton. All right, she's out in Missouri.
It's weird. That both sounds made up and exactly the kind of name of someone who watches your channel. And Egerton is just so perfect as someone who's desperately trying to please Papa Roger by sending him some nonsense. Well, I say Papa, but it's more like great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa, just from how dusty his brain likely is.
And I gave her the 15-minute challenge. I said, you go out in 15 minutes and see if you can find, and if you can't find a mud fossil in 15 minutes, I'm going to be flabbergasted.
Holy shit, that's the 15-minute challenge? Really? What a stupid fucking thing. I mean, for starts, what are the people who live in dense metropolitan areas? What, can you find a mud fossil sticking out of the sides of buildings? Oh shit, I bet you can. Here's one now. What do you mean that's just a brick? Nuh-uh, it's a mud fossil. It's the orange square face kind. You see those holes in the brick? I mean fossil, that's actually the eyes. Except they don't have eyes. And they are called the no eyes because of the lack of eyes on this thing that should definitely have eyes because I decided. Am I doing it right, Roger? I'm pretty sure this is 100% accurate to about 90% of your fucking videos.
She went out in less than 15 minutes. She walks up and finds these feet. A bunch of them, not just this one.
Man, that sounds like you might be getting scammed, Roger. Has she been, like, super friendly with you and wants to be your bestie, and at some point she's going to offer you a fantastic investment opportunity? All you have to do is download this app from the Play Store and you'll be a millionaire overnight. Man, just imagine with all that money how much not bothering to do research ever you'll be able to do at greater levels than you've ever managed to not be asked to do and say you're right anyway than you have ever done before. Although, joking aside, I'm genuinely worried that someone like Roger would fall for a pig butchering scam. He seems like someone with just the right level of egotism that it would be super easy to stroke his ego and get him to do almost anything. Don't do it, Roger. Literally, no one with good investment advice likes you. And the people who really do are just going to be giving you really stupid financial advice. So don't take any of that either and you'll be safe, mate.
And then it's a new species. You see this? This is the normal heel like we have, and the strap that comes up, and the cradle, and the tibia that comes down. But these are springs. They're not what we have in our feet.
Why the fuck would they have springs in their feet? What are they supposed to be? Some sort of super jumpy robot mans or something? And if it's kind of like a foot and then something completely non-foot like, maybe, just maybe, it's not a fucking foot, Roger. I know this is wild to consider, but maybe you're just a lunatic using your pareidolia on everyone all the time. Who knows?
And our feet are bones like this. It's totally, absolutely way, way, way different.
He's so close to figuring this out, But the problem is, he's not trying to figure out what these are. He's trying to figure out how they are what he already thinks they are. The biggest problem always is that Roger has presupposed his conclusions. These are magic rock feet, and now he just has to explain why they look nothing like feet, don't have any of the features of feet, and why they don't make any sense. But none of the answers can be because it's just a lump of stone. That's the one answer it will never be.
Now, let me get set up here and we'll go through these. But she went out in 15 minutes and guess where she found them?
Was it? Because that's where everything is. But seriously, I don't know. In some place really dumb, probably.
Right there. She picked it up off the ground. That's where that footprint was. These are bone shrapnel I can see around here, little bits and pieces of bone.
Well, I'm convinced. I mean, look at that. Are you not convinced? A blurry photo on a screen that's being recorded with this flailing idiot in front of it from about a mile away. It's clear and obvious what's going on here. Lol. Again, Roger, you really need to respect your audience. And no, not the ones that you have. Those people get exactly what they deserve. But I mean the ones that you want. The people who you think are going to get your ideas to be accepted by the mainstream. They are looking at this and thinking, what the fuck is that blurry shit? And they tune out immediately. If, you know, your channel name and style and ideas and content hadn't already done that. So, you know.
See it? You see, when you see these colors like that, normally that indicates to me that's a bone degrading. And that's where she just picked these, and she got a whole batch of them.
I'm sure she grabbed a big old pile of random rocks that you think are whatever, and even if they weren't foot-shaped, they would have been something shaped. And that's all that really matters, isn't it? Because there are no rocks in the world of Roger, only infinity mud fossils. More mud fossils than living beings have ever fucking existed. Because it's mud fossils all the way down. Man, these ones are really hot and liquidy. Oh shit!
Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. Nope, wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstar Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos. And she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the